2 eyes, 2 ears, a chin, a mouth, 10 fingers, 2 nipples, a butt, 2 arms, a tail. I have just described to you the mermaid, and the reward for its capture, all the riches in Scotland. Good evening, folks. I'm Chechu Betcha, and tonight we dive deep into a story that's been plaguing the world for centuries. From ancient Greece to World War II to modern-day Papua New Guinea, eyewitnesses around the world claim they've encountered something truly extraordinary. And tonight, after reviewing several historical logs, scientific reports, eyewitness accounts, and cultural records from across the globe, we ask the biggest question in marine history. Are mermaids actually real? Well, go ahead and get on your flippers and we'll dive right in. Before we get into our segments, allow me, your host, Chechu Betcha, to remind you exactly what a mermaid is. These finned fiends have been plaguing our nation for as long as we can remember, with witnesses dating as far back as the year 1078. Several stories account seeing them have been woman-like in figure and having a fish tail on their lower half. They have also been known to feast on medium to small fish and have even hunted in packs in hopes of defending themselves from possible predators, such as sharks. They likely originate or favor European waters for their nesting grounds, as that is where they are most commonly spotted, and appear to be territorial, intelligent, and capable of avoiding human detection. Our first stop takes us all the way back to Christopher Columbus. According to his own ship log, he saw 3 mermaids and described them as not as beautiful as they are painted. This is coming from a man who was trained to identify ocean wildlife and spent a huge portion of his life dedicated to exploring the ocean. Not exactly the type to mistake a fish for a woman. And if ancient Greeks described mermaids in the Mediterranean, a sea with no manatees or seals, as seen by these 2 graphs mapping the geographical locations of their nesting grounds, then what exactly were they seeing? Perhaps it was mermaids. Modern sightings only strengthen our case. We have the testimony of a diver, a professional with 17 years of experience at the time of his sighting off the coast of Hawaii. As someone who knew virtually every aquatic species in those waters, it is highly unlikely he confused the creature he saw with anything else. According to his account, the being had human-like features, swam with speed unmatched by local animals, and vanished the moment it was spotted. Experts say this suggests intelligent behavior. On the other hand, during World War II, Japanese soldiers stationed on the Key Islands reported mermaids approaching so closely they feared attacks. One soldier even attempted to bring scientists back to the scene of the crime to examine the creature, and while he failed to do so, it is a clear sign that they genuinely believed what they saw. And these weren't just isolated cases, no. In Zimbabwe, workers installing a water pump in a dam reported a mermaid trapped underwater, frightening every single worker who saw it, to the point where no one returned to the water. Multiple men, same creature, same terrifying experience. And to this day, the dam's construction project has yet to be completed. That's not folklore, that's consistency. Science isn't silent on the matter either. After a mysterious corpse washed ashore in Papua New Guinea, white, humanoid, and unlike any known marine animal, scientists have been quoted saying, "After that, it's anyone's guess." When experts can't identify a sea creature and locals report mermaid sightings in that exact region, well, the dots practically connect themselves. And how about the mummified Japanese mermaid undergoing scientific testing? Shinto priests preserved the corpse for centuries. This has allowed researchers today to analyze the corpse because it is far too unusual to dismiss, suggesting something more than myth must be at play. Perhaps they have a mermaid within their grasps and are just attempting to hide it from us. Weird. I apologize, my viewers, but I'm going to have to interrupt your regularly scheduled program, as I just got word that we have some breaking news. Apparently, witnesses state they have spotted what seems to be a strange white object that has washed ashore. We now go live with Bob Budafugo, who is on the beach with an eyewitness. Take it away, Bob.
Thank you, Chet. Good evening. What began as scattered reports and sailor stories has now developed into a series of compelling, eyewitness-supported findings that suggest mermaids may not be mythical at all, but very real members of our ocean ecosystems. Here, we seem to have stumbled upon one of the strangest pieces of evidences, what scientists call mermaid purses. Here, we have an eyewitness statement of the man who discovered this so-called mermaid purse. Sir, can you tell us what you witnessed here today?
So there it was, partying, hard, friends all around, everything was good until I fell asleep. And then I woke up and suddenly, chaos everywhere. Lightning, thunder, waves coming to get me. But then, a woman, or appeared to be a woman, came up and saved me. So I stole this purse as a thank you. Look at this thing. I mean, only a mermaid could have it.
Some researchers point out that mermaids could be collecting these capsules as purses, or tools, possibly even as a method to reducing shark populations, one of their most dangerous predators. In fact, educators have begun to use these so-called mermaid purses in classrooms to explain the connections between sharks and the creatures who may be trying to avoid them. Are mermaids real? Have they been hiding here all along? Chet, the story is far from over. Researchers are urgently further studying, and some say we may be on the brink of understanding an entirely new species of ocean-dwelling humanoids. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Bob. If mermaids were just a legend, we'd expect them in one culture, but they appear in Africa, Asia, Europe, Latin America, and beyond, all before global travel connected these regions. African traditions described a healing water spirit who were known to be beautiful and offered healing and wisdom. Southeast Asian folklore tells us of Suvarnamaka, the golden mermaid who helped build a stone bridge, who was known to bring good luck. Queen Elizabeth I's own chair depicts mermaids carved into its design. Independent civilizations, same description, same creature, all containing a water-bound, woman-like creature with a fish tail on their lower half. That's not coincidence, that's evidence. Scientists often claim mermaids were just manatees or seals, but data shows mermaid sightings cluster in Europe, manatees do not live in European waters, and sightings only slightly overlap in one small region of Southeast Asia. So how is it possible for manatees and seals to show up where mermaids are? Well, dear viewer, let me tell you, it's not possible. Unless manatees and seals suddenly learn to teleport, the "you're just seeing manatees or seals" explanation has officially capsized. Richard Whitbourne, a respected English explorer, wrote, "A woman-like creature swam close to the shore. Her gestures were human. No earthly creature could resemble mankind so nearly." Multiple crew members saw the same creature. Not a hallucination, not a misinterpretation, all real. And of course, the legendary explorer Henry Hudson reported, "Her back and breasts were like a woman, long hair, white skin, and a tail speckled like a mackerel." Experienced sailors don't mistake humans for porpoises. So tonight we've seen Columbus's first-hand mermaid sightings, World War II soldiers being chased by mermaids, unidentified mermaid-like remains baffling scientists, cultures worldwide describing the same creature, maps proving mermaid sightings don't match manatee habitats, detailed eyewitness logs from esteemed and well-respected sailors, Hudson and Whitbourne, and scientific tests currently being run on a centuries-year-old mermaid body. With evidence spanning continents, cultures, and centuries, it's becoming harder to argue that mermaids are fantasy, and easier to believe that they may be one of the ocean's best kept secrets. I'm Chechu Betcha, and now you know the deep sea truth. See you next time.